I'm pretty sure we are. But you have to check. So let me check. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. Yes, we're live. Okay, let me go ahead and pause this. There we go. Wait for a few people, as usual, to get on in. And then we will get started with the comment show. Let's get rid of this. We're good there. We got to keep that up. So she said. All right. What's up, Upstate? Nice to have you in here. A couple more people will get started with the show. We should have a pretty good one. I'm on a little bit early today. Got a little bit of business to take care of, so I thought I'd get on early and speak with you guys on a I would say one-on-one basis, but that would not be true. Standing Tall, welcome. Yes, please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. That does help a lot. All right. A couple more people and we'll get started. We're going to have a good show today. Lots of comments. And we will go over them. That's why I do this show. What's up, Jonathan? Nice to have you in here. We'll get started here in just a second. I want a couple more people to join on in. I know a couple more people will be coming in just a minute. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. It's been cold here in Denver. It was last night. It was like 20 degrees, but it felt like -10 or something. I was freezing. I mean, I'm very, very warm-blooded. As most humans are. But you know what I mean. Like, I'm always like warm. But last night I was chilled to the bone. Well, what's up, Cape Cod? Nice to have you in here. Come check out Devo's Weed Chronicles. I will be checking that out for sure. I pop in there. I lurk a lot in Devo's Upstate. You guys have a cool show for sure. So if you haven't subbed already, then feel free to do so. All right, let's get started here. I'm gonna start with a different intro today. This might be a little loud if you have headphones. All right, everybody, welcome to the MLH Comment Show for 1/21/23. So weird, numbers. Numbers are a weird thing. We should have a really good show for you guys today. You guys commented a lot. This is the show, of course, where I go through each and every one of your comments. It's my way of connecting with each and every one of you. I don't think anybody does this, so this is something kind of unique to the channel. So why don't we pull up the comments here and get started. Let's see. I like this intro. I like the meat grinder turning on. Jonathan Mazzilli says, yeah, I like it too. I mean, I like my other intros too, but I really like that one. I put that one on for my videos, but oh man, Pistachio's in the house. Stachio Army Activate. That's the first I've ever heard of Pistachio. But nonetheless, great to have you in here, Pistachio. All right, let's get started. I don't know if you guys, I think you guys can see there. So let's get started at the bottom here with the last comment show, which I had DJ K-Dot on. If you haven't subbed to DJ K-Dot, I know I'm a broken record with it, but K-Dot's starting to blow up. He's one of a kind. Love DJ K-Dot. Cool show with a cool guest. I totally agree. Thank you very much, Nez. King Solomon on my Crime in Aurora, Colorado. What is it video? Replied first. Yes, you were the first on that video, King Solomon. Ms. Libby on the same video. Way to go, MLH and KDOT. Y'all rock. Yes, we do most times. And then KDOT chimed in. Appreciate you. And of course, Ms. Libby with the appreciate you back. So thank you very much, Ms. Libby, for that. Irish Rover, what's up, Unindoctrinated? Nice to have you in here as well. And John Denicola, good morning. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. I'm doing this on the fly. Let's see, did I miss? I don't think I missed any. Have you heard of Mastachioed? I have not, Jonathan, but I'm eagerly awaiting a video. That'd be great. Irish Rover in Florida says, when seconds count, the cops will be a half an hour late. Great job, MLH. This video was interesting because it showed a few things. It showed the lack of transparency. It showed lack of training. There's so many things. I mean, that may seem petty to most, but just common courtesy. I encourage people to watch it. It's not the most exciting video in the world, but there are little nuances to this video that I really like. It was reported that there was a shooting in Aurora, and it ended up being a stabbing. So there's always a question of misinformation. Just a lot of little nuance in this job. Liberty Blair says MLH and KDOT, great job. You're gonna see a lot of KDOT and I in the near future, in my videos, his videos, etc., etc. We've we're a good team, and we've both come to the conclusion that we pretty much can't rely on anybody else but ourselves, and it's a good thing to hang out with people that you can completely trust. Tapatios, welcome. Nice to have you in here. Welcome to the Comment Show. Really appreciate you. Tapatios, I lurk a lot in your channel, man. I do like what you do, man. I even like your work live streams, man. They're pretty fun. Let's see. I think I got everybody. Okay, cool. Keeper of the List said, I missed it. I don't think so. I mean, I wasn't live, Keeper, so you didn't miss it. It was just static video. And I don't normally do editing on my videos, but I had to with this one. It was just way too long. Grams Beth, good coverage. Thanks for what you do. Thank you, Grams. I really appreciate you. Canada is watching. I miss your cop watching streams. You're a great journalist, and KDOT is a beast to the tyrant. Great work. 100. Thank you, Canada. I mean, that's, we do make a good team, I think. So you're going to be seeing a lot. Let's see, got a smooth talker here, I hear, Pustachio says. Yeah, I don't know what that means, Pustachio, so clarify, please. Unindoctrinated says, nice to see you and KDOT out together, watching out for the people. KDOT has mentioned it several times on his channel and my channel. That is the main reason we do what we do, is to keep people safe in Aurora and Denver. I'd like to think that we've helped a lot of people from being arrested or harassed, or any number of things that police love to do to people. So we're holding people accountable. That's what we do. Liberty Blair, this was hilarious. Thanks, MLH and Bernie. This was for the Hot Tub Time Machine, which we have usually on Thursdays. It was a ton of fun. King Solomon says, another awesome show. Appreciate you. Let's see. Let's get through it here. Mick T says, thanks, guys. Great stream. The guys in chat were friendly and welcoming. Can't wait for the next one. Hot Tub is a different type of show on the channel. Sometimes, the serious nature of being a cop watcher or auditor or whatever other label. I'm a jack of all trades. I don't consider myself any one thing, but sometimes you have to have just a little bit of fun, when you're doing this, because if you don't, I could see where people could really have problems in their mental health states, and just in general their health and stuff. So it's good to laugh every once in a while. Caparo says, Amazon, get this kid reading the audiobooks for Audible's romance novels already. Yes, Hot Tub is adult only. I know we've been having it a little bit earlier on Thursdays lately, but it's I think it's a blast. It's a ton of fun. So Tapatio says Hot Tub Time Machine is different. It definitely is. And it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes to but talk about adult topics, but a lot of people do like it. So it's something different. It's a variety. I think my channel is more of a variety channel than anything. So, Kelly C, I did a video on the officer that shot up a crowd of people in downtown Denver. And, KDOT and myself ran into that officer earlier that day. And it's a crazy video. You guys got to check it out. It's called Tyrant Officer. What the hell is it called? It's you'll find it, but Officer Ramos is definitely featured in that. He was recently indicted in that shooting. Whether or not he's going to be convicted, I mean, you know how these things go for cops. I mean, everybody thinks cops are heroes for the most part, and jury polls are no different. So a lot of times cops get away with literal murder. But hopefully this time he gets convicted of at least one of those crimes, gets off the force, because he's a definite danger to society. And KDOT and I pointed that out in that video. Tyrant Officer Must See is the name of the video. So hopefully you can take a gander at that video if you haven't already, and kind of understand the context of the mindset of that officer that day. What's Truth? What's up? Nice to have you in chat. Really appreciate you. So in that video with KDOT on last week, we talked about auditing in general, and kind of the different type of things that we like to do, we don't like to do. And I'm with Kelly C on this one. He or she, I don't know if you're he or she, Kelly. I'm sorry. I mean, Kelly's kind of a male name and a female name. Please don't do post offices. It's just old people and regular people working the counter. They don't make a ton of money and just want to get through their day. I already feel so bad for them. This is the reason, Kelly C, that I refuse to do post offices. I've had people request an email form, and in general, like, just talking to me over the phone or out in the wild, I'd like to see you do this post office. And I'm like, I appreciate you paying attention, and I appreciate you requesting that. But the one thing that I refuse to do, and even KDOT knows this, I refuse to do post office unless there's some, if somebody got really egregious at a post office and they asked me to do it, then if it was very specific, I might do it depending on the circumstances. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think they are regular people. They're not like the normal government official that needs to be held to account. I mean, they are government officials too, and they also need to be held to account. But I mean, how can you be held to account by handing people their stamps or dealing with their mail? I think it's the most low-hanging fruit an auditor can do. So I think it's just low-hanging fruit. I don't think there's any intrinsic value to doing post office. So that's the reason that, by and large, for the most part, you will not see me do a post office. I'll do, I've done prisons before, I've done jails, I've done FBI. I did a really cool video with Bernie you know, at the FBI building, in which one of the agents was not very happy, took a picture of me, would not identify, and you know, stuff like that is a little more. It has a little more weight to it. You know, I mean, if you're constantly hanging around post office, I just think it's low hanging fruit, and I think anybody that does post offices, your time could be much better spent doing other things. I just think it's low hanging fruit. John Denicola said, shooting of the 6 people in the crowd. Yes, that's the same one, John. KDOT and I ran into that officer earlier in the day. So if you check out my video, Tyrant Officer Must See, you will see the mindset that Officer Ramos is in that day. So make sure you check it out if you haven't already. You may have already checked it out there, but you know, you never know. Morning, Walter. Nice to have you in here. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. I'm going back through comments here. Let's see. I work so much, I just have enough time to do my thing. I've missed a lot on different channels that I support and follow. Sorry, bro, but I have missed a lot of your material. Hey, Tapatios, everybody has lives, Tapatios, and I understand that. Not everybody can, you know, I mean, who am I? You know what I mean, Tapatios? I mean, the fact that you're here and you're spending whatever seconds that you have with me says a lot, and I feel that way about any and everybody that even spends a minute with me on any of my videos, any of my lives. It's a privilege and an honor to do this. So I view it that way, Tapatio. So any time spent with me is just gravy. You know what I mean? Like I never in a million years, Tapatios, did I ever think I would have 3,000 followers. I know that's not a ton, but it's a ton for me. You know, my goal when I first set this channel over a year ago now was to get 50 followers. So, you know, any minute that you spend with me is good time in my view. Homeless in America, welcome to chat. Appreciate you being in there. So back to what I was talking about with the post office. Kelly C., I really do appreciate your comment, and I mean, I will not do a post office unless somebody, like, you know, in desperation needs me to check them out because they were really treated bad by a certain employee or something of that nature, you know. But there's really not much to do in a post office, and you know the reaction you're going to get every time. Like you said, these are just normal people that, you know, are pretty much afraid of their own shadow. So you probably are going to get the reaction that you want, depending on how long of a time you stay there. And that's another understated thing about post offices. A lot of times, I'm not going to mention names because I'm not into drama. I'm not into, you know, getting into it with anybody. But a lot of times, you know, when people do post office, they will hang around for an exorbitant amount of time to get the reaction that they want. Meaning, you know, the cops are called, or there's a big kerfluffle in the lobby, or whatever. Like it's uncomfortable. Enough. I mean, I understand why people are uncomfortable with cameras, even though there's one right above. I mean, when you have a camera shoved in your face, it's jarring to some people, which I don't really understand, because back in the day when cameras first came around, I mean, most people were like happy to be on camera and, you know, hey mom, you know, type thing. But it's not that way anymore. That's just the reality that we live in, and you know, the stuff that we have to deal with. So, I mean, in my opinion, if you hang around in a post office for any length of time, it's one thing to go in a post office, look for your poster 7, find what you need, you know, maybe take your camera up to the camera, order stamps, or send a letter, and then get the hell out of there. But I know for a fact that there's at least one very prominent auditor that loves to do post office that will stand around for hours on end, peering into windows, and, you know, just aching for somebody to call the cops. That's not how I roll. That's not how anybody should do business. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have to be subjected to that. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see. Luke, welcome on in. Nice to have you in here. Caparo, romance novel or two. Yeah, Caparo, I just went over your comment, man. It was pretty funny. Conspiracy Music, welcome. I mean, anybody that hasn't subbed to Conspiracy, he's an excellent guitarist, and I really enjoy your music, Conspiracy. You're a gift to humanity for sure. So Tapatios, yeah, man. I'm not into the post office thing, and I really wish that even though technically those are government officials, there's bigger fish in the sea. I liken post office employees to like guppies in the grand scheme of things, right? They're really the lowest of the low to try to, get a reaction from. Cops all day long. KDOT and I will film a cop on the street that has somebody pulled over any day of the week. I'd much rather do that than deal with a post office worker. I mean, there's a reason why the term postal came about. When someone is really upset. So I mean, I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, guys, please, if you're an aspiring cop watcher, or you want to do your own thing with the camera, I mean, just the post office thing is, I never understood. I mean, it's the lowest of the low, and you won't see me in a post office unless something very specific happens. Somebody contacts me and has a very specific issue with this, with the post office. I mean, I just think it's low hanging fruit. There's so much other stuff that you could do. Neslover gave me a bunch of emojis. Thank you very much. Let's see if there's any held for review. I haven't had held for review comments in a while, and it does not look like I have any. Let's see the mentions. Let's get over there. Ajot said she mentioned me in a short. I think this was the Devo singing hippie Sasquatch short that she did. If you haven't checked out Ajot, she's got a really good channel as well. I mean, there's so many great channels out there. Shangy Girl mentioned me in the Hot Tub Time Machine. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate the mention. Dragonette mentioned me in a video. Officer involved shooting where less lethal was used, but lethal shot at the same time. I did see that. Dragonette, thank you for the mention. And then another video that she mentioned me on, an article I found on wandering police officers. Why do we put up with it? Indeed. Why do we put up with the amount of stuff that we do? It's pretty amazing as citizens that we allow what we allow as far as policing goes. It's crazy. Let's see. Liberty Blair, welcome on in. Nice to have you in here. Really appreciate you. Conspiracy Music says, I did a post office audit a long time ago and felt out of place and really was uncomfortable. Never did it again and focused more on cop watching. That's what I'm saying, Conspiracy Music. I mean, like I said, I guess if you're just starting out, I would recommend not going to a post office because you stand a really good chance of getting arrested, even though you're doing nothing wrong, by videotaping in there. It makes everybody feel uncomfortable and icky. It makes customers feel unicky. It makes the postal workers who are just like you and I feel kind of icky. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get the reaction that you want. If you want the cops called on you and a chance of taking the ride, then, the post office is probably prime example of that. My goal is never to get arrested. I hope you guys know that. Like, my goal is to simply, make sure that, people are being held accountable. Post offices, to me, it's not like they're off limit. To me, it's just the simplest, easiest, I mean, like I said, it's low hanging fruit. Like if you don't, if you want a reaction, go to a post office, because those people have no idea how to deal with anything. And I guess that's the argument for doing post offices, but I don't buy it because just of what you guys said. I mean, these are very normal people. They could be your neighbor. Most likely they are your neighbor if you're doing your local post office. I mean, what am I going to do? Follow around a mailman and videotape him as he's going around the neighborhood? I mean, what does a mailman do? They sort mail and they deliver it to you. I mean, that's pretty much what they do. What do the people at the counters in the post office do? They sort mail and they deal with customers. And anybody in a customer-based facing business knows exactly how those people feel. So, I mean, there really is nothing to gain there at all. I mean, I just, I'd much rather hold police officers accountable than anything else, I guess is the point. Mick T, welcome. Nice to have you in here. Conspiracy Music says, I have videos of me yelling at cops, but keep them hidden as my channel goes to many other communities, and it's not a good look for a music channel. Conspiracy, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, you should probably consider doing a separate channel. Mine is a variety channel. I'm a jack of all trades, so I could probably get away with it if I was a musician, Conspiracy. But I understand because you have to protect the other communities that you're in. I know you're a part of the music community and other communities. I'm involved in other communities as well, and I don't really talk a ton about what I do on this channel, but I'm very passionate about this. So for me, all day long, I mean, I'll feature shitty cops on my channel all day long, and I have before. So definitely understand the sentiment, Conspiracy, and really appreciate what you do, and keep those videos, man. They're definitely interesting, and sometimes you can't help but let your emotions get the best of you in a good way when dealing with the cops. Like most of the times when K-Dot and I are out and about and we're observing what the cops are doing, we normally let them make the mistakes, but there are certain cops that we know for a fact are already hotheads, and we like to get the jump on them and not give them any leeway, because why should we give them leeway? They I mean, they pretty much deserve a tongue lashing when needed. Wow, I just got a bunch of comments that just came in. Wow. All right. Let me go through these. Might as well. Let's look at them. Let's get back over here. Pustachio has been commenting quite a bit since Pustachio was in chat, but I do appreciate the comments. Gave me an emoji on the crime in Aurora. I have no idea what you're saying there. Hand orange covering eyes. I don't know what that means, Pustachio. But nonetheless, thanks for the comments. Comments do help, guys. So if you want ways of helping the channels without donating, then I do appreciate it. But that's the end of the comments. The other ones are for the mustachioed. I'll let the mustachioed comment on those comments for sure. Conspiracy says, maybe I'll start another channel and put them out there. I have videos with Freeman and Bao, among others. Hey, Conspiracy Music, I mean, if you have those videos, there's no doubt, man, you would, I mean, put them out there, man. I mean, the more the better. The more exposure we get to the actual tyrants. I mean, you don't normally, to tie into my post office rant here, you don't normally, how should I put this? You don't normally think of post office employees as tyrants. I know there are a few out there, but police officers all day long, man. I mean, so to me, they're just much more, there's a lot of fruit out there that's, a lot lot better to do, I guess. Have to go, bro. Nice catching you live. Have to take care of business, but I do appreciate everything that you do. Much love and respect to you and your community. Thanks, Tapa. I really appreciate you, man. And stay safe out there. And I think Tapatios has a more dangerous job than cops. That was one of the things that K-Dot and I talked about on the last panel that we did. Highly encourage people to check that out because a lot of interesting information was disseminated on the last live with K-Dot. Yeah, I agree, Tapatios. Have a great day, man. Really appreciate you. Your job, like I said, is probably more dangerous than a cop's job. Most people's jobs are more dangerous than what cops do. So, let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk to you about? A couple of things. This week, it's interesting. I may be live later today. I don't know. I have to see how things go. But I may have another live for you all later today. So stay tuned on that. Did I mention I finished my script, my movie script? There's only a little tiny fine details that I got to do on it, but I did write it. It's all out there. I'll have a live panel when I get it all done. I'll reveal a couple of, maybe a couple of pages of the script. We'll talk about it. There's ways that you guys are going to be able to be involved in the movie when I do start shooting. It's looking like I'm probably aiming for a May shooting. So I wanted to do it in February. But I mean, the weather has just been uncooperative. There's lots of snow. I don't want to do it in the snow. I want to be able to do it, when it's nice out, when the lighting is right and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's going to be cool. So, I'll be happy to give you guys more details in the days to come, but, should be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys can, participate and, just have fun with it. That's for another day, another panel. Maybe I'll have a couple of guests on. This week is, hey, Bleebits, welcome. Nice to have you in here. So as far as this week goes, I think K-Dot and I are going to be out and about. Maybe today. There's stuff in the works with K-Dot. We should be recording something a little different today. If you guys are into horror movies, we're going to be doing a quick show about a certain movie. I won't spoil it. That I think is the greatest horror movie of all time. But so if you guys like horror movies, be on the lookout for that. There's going to be more cop watching videos. I may do homeless outreach, just depending on how much food I get. Lots in the works. I mean, so just stay tuned to the channel. Obviously you guys always do, so I really do appreciate all of you. AC, welcome. Nice to have you in there. If you guys haven't, this is basically being a plug show. If you haven't checked out the Shit Show is pretty fun. This is a no drama channel. Well, if you want the opposite of that, then go to the Shit Show. I actually like the Shit Show quite a bit. If you need a boat or water scene location, I got you covered. Walter, where are you at? Because I might. That might be in the works, man. So might take you up on that. But for sure, water scene location, boat. Yeah, especially if you're in the Denver metro area. I mean, I could use actors for sure. I could use anything I can get. So, let's see, who else? What else I got in here? Yeah, so I mean, I guess to follow up with my post office stuff, if you're gonna do a post office, don't be a douche. Just go in there, find your poster 7, maybe do your business at the counter and get the hell out of there. Don't spend a lot of time there. It's it's not very kosher, man. Oh, you know what, Shit Show? Yes, I've been meaning to do this. But you're going to have to return the favor too. But hold on. Let me see if I can. There you go. There you go, Shit Show. Type in something now, Shit Show. AC. All right. I finally got you taken care of, AC. I've been meaning to do that for a long time, but you're hardly ever in here. You son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. um, boat's located in New Jersey, but it's big. Maybe, Walter. Maybe. I mean, I don't have a ton of money. I don't have a huge budget, but if I need you, I know you got some place for me to go. So there you go. I do appreciate the offer, Walter. And like I said, if it calls for it, then I may take you up on that. But I wish you were in the Denver metro area. That'd be cool. It'd be really cool. It's a big boat, huh? How many people can you fit on there, man? Like I said, I'll be shooting in May probably. I'm hoping. I mean, it all depends on if I can get actors to do it. I mean, that's the whole thing. I don't have money to pay people, but if you're in the Denver metro area and you want to like do something, really fun, and maybe get your feet wet in acting and stuff like that, then I might have something for you. Oh yeah, shit show. Let me talk about that for real. Like I said, I don't do drama on this channel at all. I tend to shy away from it actually, but sometimes it's good to let loose, and I do let loose on the shit show from time to time. Always had a rant. Here's mine. You son of a bitch, shit show. AC. No, I'm kidding, man. I'll see you on the shit show maybe. When's the next shit show? AC. That's I don't think you did one last night. When are you gonna do one? But let's see. I think that about wraps it up. Too big for Denver. 50 foot on the water. Sleeps 10. Wow, that is a big boat, Walter. Yeah, there's nothing in Denver, like the Denver metro area that would. I mean, there's a couple of lakes, but man, that big of a boat, man. That 357. What's up, man? Nice to have you in here. I'm just about ready to wrap up, anyways. 357, but I do appreciate you showing up. Like I told people earlier, any second or minute spent with me is a-okay by me. I really do appreciate it. Liberty Blair says, I like no drama too, MLH. I like hot tub time machine fun. Look, there's plenty of drama in the frame of my camera, Liberty Blair. I don't need any extra drama, but I'm not saying that there isn't a place for it. I just don't like to do it on my channel. But if I go to other people's channel, fair game, like the shit show, for instance. I mean, it's a perfect example. I mean, I don't like drama on my channel, but every once in a while I'll pop up on the shit show and talk whatever shit that's going on. But Jonathan says, for actors, try the homeless community, some unique talent there. Ooh, there you go, Jonathan. That's a thought. I mean, I don't need a ton of actors, but I do need actors, and I need specific actors. But when the time comes, I guess I'll talk about it more. Bernie's in chat. What's up, Bernie? Let's see. Am I missing anything? Hot Tub Time Machine deserves Oscars, Mick T says. Well, Warwick Davis deserves the Oscar. Man, Mick T, I think you were the one that mentioned Warwick Davis last Hot Tub Time Machine. It was a ton of fun. And it is for adults only, so if you know what you're getting into from the beginning in the hot tub. So, I mean, it is what it is. Some people shy away from it. Some people love it. That's the thing about this channel. It's a variety channel. There's lots of, stuff going on. And it's just, I think for the most part, it's fun. But there is, like I said, the dramas on my cop watching videos is in the frame, so... I mean, it is what it is. But anyways, I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I hope you guys have a great day. All that good fun stuff. Just be kind to one another. Unless you're at the shit show, then anything goes. No, I'm just kidding, man. But anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I don't have too much for you, but I do like to go over all these comments. It's my way of connecting with you guys. like AC says all the time, you guys chose to be here, so I really, really appreciate it. So with that, I just hope that you guys are kind to your family, kind to others, but most importantly, kind to yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Later, everybody. If my music decides to work, which it's not working. I had an outro for you guys. Hold on. Maybe I can do it this way. Nope, can't do it that way. All right, here we go. Oh, wait. Here, I got it.